Are you looking for a vacation lakefront property in none other than Buffalo Springs Lake here in Lubbock, Texas? Or if you want a property to use as an Airbnb on the lake, then I am going to show you a house today that can check off both of those boxes. And I will show you and take you around to tour the inside of this home so that way you can kind of see what the inside of this property looks like. Buffalo Springs Lake, I did a video on this a couple of videos ago, but I just wanted to kind of recap some of the important highlights of Buffalo Springs so that way you can kind of have an idea of what to expect when living out here. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Lubbock, Texas, well then be sure to tap that bell and hit that subscribe button so that you can be the first to know about all things living in Lubbock, Texas. We get calls, texts, emails every single day from people just like you looking to make their move to Lubbock, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, schedule a Zoom call, send me a DM, whatever way is easier for you, and I'd love to meet you and your family and help you make a smooth move to Lubbock, Texas. So, as I mentioned, we are going to go into a house tour on Buffalo Lake, and believe it or not, we do have a lake here in Lubbock, and you can have lakefront property views, and if you want a little escape from the hustle and bustle of Lubbock. Now, Buffalo Lake, it's not an hour like Lake Allen Henry, actually only about 10 minutes or about 5 miles east of Lubbock. So it's relatively close. So if you need anything to go into town, if you work in town or you want to visit anybody in town, it's not very far from there. But Buffalo Lake, it's a public lake. So that means you do not have to own a property here in order to use the amenities that this lake or this neighborhood has to offer. So as you can see right now, we're in one of the pavilions, and in one of the pavilions, you can rent these out. You can camp here, you can cook out, you can bring the whole family if you want to. You can also do day passes to swim, you can do day passes to camp. And they have lots of activities in the summertime, 4th of July. They have a huge fireworks show over the lake. It's like super, super crowded to even get anywhere during the 4th of July or Memorial Day. But it's pretty awesome that we do have this available for Lubbockites to access if they do want to have an escape from the daily lives in Lubbock. Also, too, if you have a boat, you can unload your boat here as well, too. If you don't have a boat, you can come and fish here if you want to as well. There's also little private docks that you can come in and fish off of. You can even kayak in here if you wanted to. So really, it's not a very large lake. It's a pretty small lake relative to maybe some of the bigger lakes here in Texas for sure. But it's still a body of water. It gets super hot here in Lubbock. And so it's awesome to be able to have this so close to Lubbock where you can come in, cool off, and just relax, really. So as I mentioned, we're going to show you around to the inside of this house. There are a lot of different style of homes. You can kind of see over here, these homes behind me are obviously lakefront property. And then lake views, and then lakefront is going to be all on this side. And to get on this side, that you cross over the dam. And these are going to be a little bit larger homes. These are all going to be single family residents. No manufactured homes or no mobile homes or anything like that, but you can find like little log cabins here that have been renovated. You can find homes that have been not touched, but really massive homes. You can find homes that have been built fairly recently. So there's just not a lot of homes that become available on this lake. As you can imagine, this is really our only oasis out of Lubbock for the next hour. So they don't sell. There's not a ton that is for sale or that become available that's actually lakefront or oceanfront or lakefront properties. But that's why I wanted to share with you this house today, because it is one of the few homes that is available that's lakefront, so that you can kind of see what to expect if you're looking for a home here. So we're going to get in our car. We're going to take you over to this house and show you all of its glory. Okay, so we made it to this cute little house right off of the water. So behind me, you can see there's the water. Here's the house. So right in front of this house, there is a little area where you can go down and you can fish. There's not necessarily a dock for you to load. There's no docks on this lake or on this part of the lake. And so you can't necessarily have like a boat dock, but you can go down there and fish. And so behind me, you can kind of see, I'll get out of the way so you can kind of see it. So this house has all of the amenities really in the front of the property. They have this gorgeous deck that they just redid, and then, which I think would be really pretty with like a hot tub right here too, because you can overlook the lake as well. And that is the master bedroom from inside. It does have a flat roof, and then they also added turf on this side of the house. So if you do have dogs, you don't have to worry about maintaining, because turf is fairly easy to maintain. One thing I love about this area is the terrain. It's not flat like Lubbock is, and it's very hilly and rocky, and you'll see what I mean by that whenever I show you the outside. But as soon as you walk in, this is the living area. So you might be wondering what's up with the ceiling. So they have spray foam insulation in here, and the ducts are exposed. We do see that in some of the properties here on the lake. So if that bothers you, we could look at alternative options, but I think that's what makes this house such a charmer. You know, it's just a little bit unique. Also, check out all of these windows overlooking the lake. It's so beautiful. Imagine just sitting here drinking coffee or cooking. You have the lake view instead of somebody's front yard or backyard or looking into your neighbor. So as we walk, we are going to come into the kitchen. You'll have this gorgeous quartz island right here, and it has gas. Gas is pretty hard to find, to be honest with you, so pretty great that you're able to have gas in this remodeled home. And then you do have refrigerator, the appliances, I mean really a dishwasher, really everything that you need is in this kitchen. And then on this side of the house, you'll have actually the 2 spare bedrooms. So I'll take you to this side. And so it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, almost 2,000 square feet. It's a little under 2,000 square feet, built in 1965. So it's been remodeled since then. So this is the front of the house. I just didn't want to climb on the bed to open the blinds, but you can kind of see. And then it is connected to the other guest bedroom. They did the vinyl plank flooring throughout, so you don't have to worry about the carpet, especially if you decide if you want to Airbnb this house. And then you have the guest bathroom, which has been completely redone as well. You can see the shower with the subway tile, the new vanities. So really, I mean, everything has been touched. And we'll come out this way. You can kind of peek through this window. You can kind of see the exterior, what I mean by just the terrain. There is a supporting wall that has been added just to ensure that there's no rock or debris that comes down and slides into your home. And then we'll walk over here, and what I love about this is, especially for entertaining or for large groups, is we have this huge bonus area, or as they've staged it to be, a huge dining area, which I think is such an awesome touch, especially if you have a big family. It's really pretty, and this area too also overlooks, of course, the lake. This is just one large room, and then you have the laundry area as well. And I love that you have multiple doors to the outside. So you have the 2 doors to the backyard, you have multiple doors to the front yard, and then you have multiple doors to the front yard, even from the master as well too. So this is a little study area or a good hangout place for the kiddos, which I think is really neat. And you'll walk in here and you'll have the master. So they do have lower ceilings, so it's not going to be your vaulted ceilings, but in here, the windows have been redone. Coming in here, you can see that they have a huge master suite. This will be with a closet area. I just love the wet room that they added in here. Instead of just separating it out, they just did this entire wall, or entire little nook, just your big wet space, which I think is such a unique touch, especially if you have little ones. They can all kind of gather in here. And then the vanity with the 2 mirrors. So like I mentioned, this house is a little under 2,000 square feet. And actually, so this house is listed for $425,000, which is kind of a steal if you're looking for lakefront property with something that's already been remodeled. Also, too, for this particular home, this was not used as an Airbnb. This was used as your second home, but the furniture does stay. So if you like this specific home, the furniture does convey with this property. I just wanted to take you outside real quick just so I could show you the exterior terrain and what you could do with that. The only downside would be that there's not necessarily a large backyard if you're looking for that. If you have dogs or if you want like a play area, there's not necessarily a huge backyard. But if I flip it around, you can kind of see it goes all the way up. This is not currently fenced in right now, but if you wanted to, eventually, you could always fence it in. But again, you're always just gonna have this hill right here unless you come in and level it. And then over here too, so you have this little walkway, your neighbors on that side. But yeah, let me show you the back of the house and then the lake. So if you have any questions about this particular property or would like to schedule a time to view any lakefront properties here in the Lubbock, Texas area, we'd love to show you them. I hope that you enjoyed this cute little house tour on Buffalo Springs Lake. If you have any questions regarding Buffalo Springs Lake, definitely don't hesitate to reach out, and we'd love to show you. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe so that you can be the first to know about all things living in Lubbock, Texas. And until next time, we'll see you around.